Are you struggling to find the maximum size of a variable in C89? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into how to get size max in C89, and I promise you'll walk away with a clear understanding. I totally get it. Trying to figure out size max can be confusing, especially with all the technical jargon. Many developers have faced this challenge, and it's perfectly normal to seek clarity. Here's the specific question we're addressing. One user asked, "How can I get size max in C89?" They even tried defining it as a constant with a value of -1. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So what does the standard say about size max? The C89 standard has specific rules about converting signed integers to unsigned integers, which can be tricky. Let's break it down. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a neat trick to ensure you always get the correct maximum size in your C programs. To find the maximum value for size t in C89, the user can start by understanding that max is not directly defined in this version of the C standard. Instead, they can use a workaround. One approach is to define size max as -1. This works because when -1 is converted to an unsigned type, it wraps around to the maximum value representable by that type. However, the user should be cautious with this method. The behavior is defined, but it relies on the implementation of the compiler and the representation of integers. Another method the user can try is to create a function that initializes a static variable. This variable can be decremented to find the maximum value. In this function, when max is 0, it is decremented by 1, which effectively gives the maximum value for size t. This method avoids potential issues with direct assignment. Now, you might be wondering about unsigned integer underflow. The standard doesn't explicitly mention it, which can make this tricky. But don't worry, we'll navigate through this together. Fun fact, did you know that the concept of size max is crucial for memory management? Without it, we could easily run into overflow issues. It's a small detail that makes a big difference. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach to getting size max in C89 is to use a macro definition. This method allows you to define size max as a numerical constant, which can be useful in preprocessor directives. If you need to generate this constant at compile time, you can create a helper program to generate a header file with the definition. The user also mentions that when cross-compiling, you may need to provide the header file through other means, such as pre-generated headers for known architectures. A makefile can help automate this process, ensuring the header file is generated before compilation. Here's the trick I promised. Always initialize your variables properly and use functions to encapsulate logic. This will help you avoid pitfalls and write cleaner code. And there you have it. You now know how to get size max in C89. Remember, understanding these concepts is key to becoming a better programmer. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button for more programming tips.